So let's try and get the timing right. So what have we got? We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, change. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's a 12 bar, and there were 12 bars there, 12 groups of 4 beats. So let's work out now how to play it. So we've got our pointer finger. If we're going to play the first part of it, which is an A5 only here this time, we'll have our pointer finger on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, and we'll be playing A open. So that's what makes it the A12 bar. We're also going to play, along with the 5, we're going to sort of shuffle around between the 5 and the 6, or which is the 4th fret on the same string. We play them at different times. So if you can see that, we're going to be going that sort of thing. Now we'll need 4 groups of 4 beats of that, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do that another 2 times. And that's the time you spend on A. And don't worry, you'll get used to it, so you'll just change automatically rather than thinking, oh, how many beats, how many counts, and so forth. The more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. And then move everything you did down that way, 1 string. So we're going down a string, not a fret. Same frets, but just on the 2 middle strings now. So now we're playing D, and we've got the pointer finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then we have the alternating note, which is the 6th in music speak, which we need the 4th fret here, keeping it simple. We've got 2 and 4, and that's going to count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the time you spend on D. Then you're going to come back to where you started. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you spend 2 measures or 2 bars that are full of 4 beats each on the A. Then you're going to go to the top, which is E open on the 6th string, and you're going to play the B, which is the 2nd fret on the 5th string, and you're going to alternate between that and the 4th fret that is, on the same string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go back all the way down to the 2 middle strings, D and G, or 4 and 3, and you'll play what you played before, only for 4 beats, or for 1 measure, or for 1 bar, whatever you want to call it, and then back to where you started on A. 2, 3, 4, 1. And you can finish with that little turnaround if you like. So that, hopefully, is a simple enough lesson for you to learn how to play 12 bars. Now the problem is, just moving on to movable shapes, you'll be playing with someone and they've learned a new key. They like to play a 12 bar in, let's say, A flat. You might think, oh, that's the end of me then. Well, it's not the end of you if you learn the movable shape. Now, the movable shape requires a little bit of stretching. So if you're going to play an A flat, well, there's A there, there's the same A right there, you'd have to go back one fret. There it is with a bit of buzz. And with the A flat, you play this sort of thing. So what you have to do, where before you had these two, well, you had these 2 fingers playing these notes when you were playing the A. Now it's like you're playing with those, but it's not such a stretch now because you're up here. However, A flat's getting a bit stretchy. Some people like to do it like that. All depends how your fingers fall What's easiest for you, to use the big stretch there or to use a bit of a stretch here? Some might like to do it like that. In fact, if you pick it, you could probably go... But that might require a little bit more advanced sort of thinking rather than just the block. Okay, so what you do, if you're playing in that movable pattern, you're going to play the first section like that for 4 bars. So when you change to the next chord, as you did with A, D and E down the bottom, the first ones we did, then you'd play those notes. All you're doing is playing like the 5 chord there or here, and then you're just adding that extra one on the same string. So you can see the spacing there. In this case, if you're playing an A flat or anywhere, you're going to have the root note, then on the next string 2 frets up, then on the same string you'll have the little finger, if you want to, tapping on the same string, but it needs to be another 2 frets up. So everything will be spaced by 2 frets. Doesn't matter where you're playing it. And all you need to do is know what that root note is there. So in this case, A flat, you'd have to have A flat. That's what that note is. Then use exactly the same spacing and play D flat. Then back to A flat. Then you'll go up to E flat, D flat, then A. Then you turn around at the end. So there's some simple ways of playing 12-bar backing that your friends will be able to jam over the top of. They'll be able to wail away with their solos and that. But when you start to get rigor mortis set into your arm, say, hey, give me a shot at the solo too. Before your hand drops off, and then you can share it around. Alright, so there's a bit of blues rhythm for you.